Hi, this is Brandon Smiley from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the H roll, or they're also called H rolls. This is a kind of a powerlifting based exercise. It's where I personally picked it up from. It's very unique. It's kind of ballistic in nature, so to speak. It's definitely a time under tension exercise, but it's really good to help put some meat on the shoulders and the upper back. I think for me personally, where I've kind of seen success with this exercise with clients and athletes that I've worked with are swimmers, and then also athletes that need to hit things overhead. So think of like tennis or volleyball. You could maybe make a case for basketball. I've not put them in any basketball training programs, but I guess you could definitely make a case for it. But just know that I think that this has some really good application. It's not just a powerlifting exercise. So think outside the box, use this. You can, kind of swap this out with some of your rear delt raises and things like that. Mix things up and have some fun with it. So what we're going to do is we need an incline bench here and then 2 dumbbells. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of be in the same position as our chest supported options that we've talked about in the past with our different complexes and things, but we're just going to mix the exercise up and talk about how we're going to do the H rolls, so to speak. And I don't know where that name came from, so I can't take credit for it. I just know the exercise. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lay on the bench, and we're basically going to start swinging the dumbbells, and I'm basically going to swing them up and then back. Up, back, up, back. So I've got basically a front raise and then an A for my IYT complex. So we're just going to roll back and forth for the exercise. And after a while, you start to feel a little bit of a burn in your shoulders. It's definitely a little more difficult than it looks. What's nice is we go through flexion and extension of the shoulder with load, and we kind of create an H that's a little bit weird looking. For me, I count 1 rep up and down as 1 rep. You can make a case of 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think you want to train each one evenly, so to speak. Coming up into the A pattern or the I pattern is definitely harder than coming to the A, but you do get that extension behind you. So you could definitely perform these for time too. If you've got an athlete that, like swimming for example, have them perform this for 60 seconds. Blow their shoulders and upper back up, get that time under tension cranked so that when they go to swim and resisting its water, it feels relatively easy. I would definitely say that I personally have not programmed this from an in-season standpoint. I would definitely probably have this more of an out-of-season for those kind of swimming populations, but have some fun with it. I've really kind of liked it. I know it's an exercise that's not very common, so to speak, so you can make some good cases for it. But 3, 4, maybe 5 sets. This is, again, going to be a time under tension exercise, so crank your reps, think 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe even 30. If you're going to kind of get that high, I do think the time is probably better to try to mentally challenge your athletes more so than the reps. You also can kind of go heavy on them, so don't think that your athletes have to start with like 5-pound dumbbells. Obviously, if you're going to kind of crank the time up really high, then you would want to keep them lower. But I just performed basically 8-10 reps relatively easy with 10-pound dumbbells, and I definitely could have felt like I could have done at least 20 more relatively easy. So again, great exercise, the H roll. Give it a shot. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.